Namo Namah. Greetings to everyone world over, all our brothers and sisters across the globe. Wherever you are, we extend you a very warm welcome. It's a wonderful green morning as far as Canada, United States, and Latin America is concerned. Come to Mexico, come to Peru, Argentina, Brazil, Chile, and Costa Rica. Rainforest, wonderful. It's an early morning. I'm pretty sure either you're going for a walk or for a jog or having your tea or cup of coffee, whatever you're doing, keep doing that and just put your earplugs and we can be together. People, those are there in the European Union, you must have enjoyed your wonderful, sumptuous lunch. And thereafter, you're preparing for your evening tea, or you just had your evening tea to get a little boost and a little more energy. And of course, when I talk about Central Asia, Middle East, and beautiful Bharat, India, it's 1 minute past 9 p.m. in India. Today, we have got another distinguished guest. We are moving in our series. We have got 108 episodes which we have planned, Zoom webinars, which are dedicated to total deliberations, what we are working on, what kind of a policy, what kind of a planning, what kind of a marketing, what kind of a strategy, what are the tourism products, what are tourism services, how the technology is going to play an important role, and what would be India's tourism scenario when we would be celebrating 100 years of India's independence and we talk about India's tourism 2047. We have got today RC, our efforts through this series is also, there are lots of people, those have done good job, good work, they have done good research, they are deeply involved with lots of emotions, hard work, dedication, devotion to bring the new wave into tourism. So our basic efforts are also through this particular Zoom sessions and this series. Let's get the youngsters into the frontal seat because they are today and they are tomorrow. One of the young dynamic Dr. Ajay Bharadwaj, who is assistant professor at the Amity School of Hospitality and Tourism. He is at a beautiful place called Jaipur. When you talk about Golden Triangle abroad, Delhi, Agra, Jaipur. So he is at the Amity University, Rajasthan, that is in Jaipur. And he has got very interesting topic for all of us today. Let's join me in extending a very warm welcome and getting him with us. A pleasure to have you with us, Ajay ji. Such a
Thank
pleasure.
you, sir.
Thanks for joining us. And I can see beautiful rural part at the backdrop of yours. And that is something which gives me amazing. There are some dew drops also. There is a greenery also. There is a mist also. And there is a vision also. And there is a wisdom also. And there is a confluence of your hard work and knowledge also. Because whatsoever work you have done on rural tourism, today you're going to talk about the sustainable part. How sustainable rural tourism, when we take into consideration, choice is yours. First of all, we would request you introduce yourself. Where have you studied? What all have you done? And how you have moved up on the ladder? And what have been your experience? Then we come to today's subject. And from here, I would request you ultimately the vision and the aim and the objective of this entire exercise is हमारी जो युवा पीढ़ी है, हमारी जो यूथ है, वो या तो एम्प्लॉयमेंट में जाए, या एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में जाए, या सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट में जाए, या स्टार्टअप में जाए, तो उनको एक प्रैक्टिकल विजन हमको देना है. हाउ डू यू basically prepare yourself to be part of India's tourism industry because it cuts across almost all sectors of the economy. With these words, hearty welcome and pleasure to have Dr. Ajay Bharadwaj with us.
Thank you so much, sir, for your blissful words for me. You are so senior to me, and still you are so energetic at this particular time in India when youths like me, who is early to bed and early to rise, so is ready to have a short nap. But the energy which you are showing gives me immense pleasure, and thanks for creating such a wonderful platform, Chamber for Service Industry, which is really doing a wonderful job in bringing a youth like me, who are just very fresh, just like the backdrop you told about, that we are just the siblings. You have a lot of experience in your particular field, in different fields. We have just done PhD and we are trying to make changes through what we are doing, and we are trying to means motivate and learn from the seniors and experience from the seniors, and try to bring them that yes, we also want to do something. So my particular research area field is sustainable rural tourism. And basically you already told my name. My name is Dr. Ajay Bharadwaj, and this I got this doctorate degree in 2020 during the time of corona. Very hard time. I can't forget this year. In fact, nobody can forget this particular year, the year of corona. I have been born and brought up in Jharkhand. Earlier Jharkhand no one knows, and thanks to Mahin Singh Dhoni, because of whom now people recognize my state. So I'm a very humble. I'm from a very humble family, a small family, a small district known as Godda in Jharkhand. And I have done my 10th matriculation from ICSE board English medium school. Then I did my 12th from PCM, physics, chemistry, maths, in from DAV public school, which is CBSE affiliated. Then since I wanted to do something new, so I wanted that कि दुनिया साइंस ले रही है तो मैथ्स फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री पढ़ रही है, तो या तो इंजीनियर बनेगी या डॉक्टर बनेगी. बट मुझे कुछ अच्छा करना है, कुछ नया करना है, मुझे घूमने का बहुत शौक था. सो आई टर्न दैट पैशन इनटू my profession, and so I started and I pursued my graduation in to travel and tourism management, psychology. There was three subjects that time that I did from Haridwar Dev Sanskrit University. So in psychology, tourism and English literature, because my mom and dad wanted me कि English पढ़ेगा तो बेटा बढ़िया job मिलेगी और ऐसा करेगा. English speaking, there is a family who belongs to a village background. तो उनके मन में होता है कि बेटा इंग्लिश सीख जाएगा तो ही कैन और शी कैन डू वंडर्स. तो वो बैकग्राउंड के कारण मैंने वहां शुरुआत की. देन आफ्टर माय ग्रेजुएशन आई डिड माय मास्टर्स इन ट्रैवल एंड टूरिज्म मैनेजमेंट. Then my teacher, my mentor, told that Ajay, you have immense possibility, so you should move in tourism, and tourism is a growing industry, so you can build. And सब लोग कहते थे tourism पढ़ रहे हो, अच्छा क्या गाइड वाइड बनोगे क्या, लोगों को घुमाओगे क्या. So it was that thought, but gradually I moved on with the blessings of you people, all the seniors, all my mentors, all my teachers. I'm very thankful to them, along with my parents, my friends who supported me. नहीं अच्छा कर रहा है तू. And gradually I got my first job in Jet Airways. I did that for just 3 months during my training period, and then I left the job because I am a teacher, because I taught, and then I get myself into education. So that took me again to the back to the PhD line. I did my research. I started my research and I started my teaching career also. And gradually I taught all the tourism subjects. And then I did my PhD also, and the PhD topic was role of Adarsh Gram Yojana in promoting sustainable development of rural tourism in India. Especially, it was in context of India, that how we can build the villages, and by building the villages, how we can make the rural tourism sustainable in India. Because normally, जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि टूरिज्म बढ़ता जा रहा था, तो गांव भी शहर बनने लगे थे, गांव में भी ठेके के शराब की दुकान खुलने लगे थे. सो सस्टेनेबल नहीं हो रहा था वो डेवलपमेंट, वो और हमारे यूथ को बिगाड़ ही रहा था. चीजें बिल्कुल बदल रही थी, है ना. तो फिर से वो उसको सस्टेनेबिलिटी, जब ये टर्म आया, तो सस्टेनेबल रूरल टूरिज्म कैसे बनाएं, उस पर मैंने एक मॉडल डेवलप किया था. जैसा अभी थोड़ी देर पहले सर बता रहे थे कि सर ने भी एक एग्जांपल दिया दिल्ली का, तो मैंने सस्टेनेबल टूरिज्म के लिए, रूरल टूरिज्म के लिए जो ऑलरेडी एक एग्जिस्टिंग मॉडल काम कर रही थी, ऑल वर्ल्ड गायत्री परिवार, ए नॉन गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के द्वारा, तो उनके ही पायलट स्टडी को मैंने बेस बना करके उस पर काम किया. और गुजरात, मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान और उत्तराखंड, इन 4 स्टेट्स के कुछ 7 सेलेक्टेड गांव के 7 पैरामीटर्स के साथ मैंने काम किया. And if I will get the time, then I will share also the slides how I and what
कीजिए
are the
कीजिए
parameters.
कीजिए स्लाइड शेयर कीजिए,
Sure,
because
sure.
let people assimilate it better. And it's really nice because you are focusing on rural tourism. And that's what G. Kishan Reddy ji also, when he was talking about opening the first, the G20 summit, when he was having in Run of Kutch, he emphasized over there that let's focus on rural tourism. So that's something is very amazing, interesting. Please,
So this was,
let's
sir,
work
the
it out.
screen is visible.
Yeah.
Screen is
Yeah,
visible.
it's visible. It's visible.
So this was the topic of my PhD, that हम लोग कहने को तो कहते हैं कि हम लोग भारत गांव का देश है, बट एक सिचुएशन ऐसे आज से 10 साल पहले क्रिएट हुई कि लोग गांव छोड़ छोड़ के शहर की ओर भागने लगे. सो उस दौरान
इसका साइज बड़ा कर लीजिए, साइज बड़ा कर लीजिए इसको नीचे से ना. हाँ जी, इसका साइज बड़ा कर लीजिए.
नाउ इट्स विजिबल सर, फुल
हाँ,
साइज.
नहीं नहीं, वो तो विजिबल है, लेकिन अगर आप इसको नीचे से इसका साइज बड़ा कर लेंगे ना, बिकॉज योर एंटायर पीपीटी इज बीइंग सीन ओवर हियर, तो वो नीचे जाके आप, हाँ अभी आपका साइज बढ़ जाएगी. अभी नहीं, वो फिर वापस उसी में आ गए हम. कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, चलेगा. नो प्रॉब्लम, नो प्रॉब्लम. चलिए. हम्म. ठीक है, चलिए चलिए.
Okay,
चलेगा
so
चलेगा. हाँ
so
जी.
in that condition, when Mahatma Gandhi told that कि भारत गांव का देश है और लोग गांव में अभी भी भारत की आत्मा गांव में रहती है, and still there was a situation that कि people started leaving their villages and trying to move towards city. So in that time the need of the hour came, and it was the concept came that yes, how we can build the villages and make it sustainable. So from that point of view, I took this point ki Adarsh Gram Yojana. What is this Adarsh Gram Yojana? Government also has launched one Pradhan Mantri Adarsh Gram Yojana, right? So government is trying to bring electricity, roads, good school, good colleges. That is one part of the development. But actually, the Adarsh Gram Yojana is that the resources of village should be in the village. गांव की खेती गांव में, गांव का रोजगार गांव में, गांव का पैसा गांव में. आजकल क्या हो रहा है कि गांव में जो चीजें हो रही हैं वो शहर चली जा रही हैं. सो इन दैट कॉन्सेप्ट, ऑल वर्ल्ड गायत्री परिवार, विच इज एन स्पिरिचुअल नॉन गवर्नमेंटल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, they plan to make some models villages which has 7 parameters. So I took that Adarsh Gram Yojana, how that Adarsh Gram Yojana can promote sustainability through the rural tourism. Because when I took this topic, my PhD guide told about the rural tourism, because he was the first PhD in the rural tourism in India. So he did on a village named as Samod in Rajasthan. तो उस समय ये उन्होंने पाया कि जो सामोद गांव है वो शहर तो बन गया, शहर जैसा बन गया. वहां पर ठेके शराब की दुकान खुल गए हैं, वहां अच्छी सुविधाएं हैं, फॉरेनर्स वहां पर आ रहे हैं, विजिट कर रहे हैं. बट एक्चुअली दैट सस्टेनेबिलिटी पार्ट वाज व्हाट मिसिंग. So I thought that let's unite this topic in the sense of sustainability, that how can that village be sustainable, so that the development, overall development and overall impact of rural tourism in India should be moving towards sustainability. So I described the concept also and one of the application also. So I'm quickly sharing you that what do you mean by Adarsh Gram. So as per the definition given by the person who launched this theme and the idea, that Gram Tirth Yojana, that every village should become a pilgrimage center so that tourism can increase. लोग वहां आना चाहें. जैसे अभी आपने सुना होगा अन्ना हजारे का गांव जो रालेगंज सिद्धि है, जहां पर वो उन्होंने पूरा एक गांव डेवलप किया. सो लोग वहां जाते हैं विजिट करने के लिए कि कैसा एक ऐसा गांव जहां पर वहां बिजली वहीं की प्रोड्यूस हो रही है, वहां के लोग वहीं काम कर रहे हैं, सब कुछ सस्टेनेबल है. सो इन दैट पर्सपेक्टिव, द विलेज शुड बी हेल्दी, क्लीन, एजुकेटेड, सेल्फ डिपेंडेंट, कोऑपरेटिव, कम्युनिटी विलेज, राइट. सो इसको अगर मैं हिंदी में कहूँ, संस्कार युक्त गांव हो, स्वच्छ गांव हो. स्वच्छ भारत अभियान चल रहा है, दैट्स गुड, बट क्या रियली वहां स्वच्छता है? सुशिक्षित गांव हो, सिर्फ स्कूल कॉलेजेस ना नहीं खुल जाएं, बल्कि वाकई लोग वहां पे एजुकेशन लेकर के कुछ अच्छा डेवलपमेंट कर पाए. स्वस्थ गांव हो, स्वावलंबी गांव हो, इंडिपेंडेंट एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप. सर वाज टेलिंग, गुलशन सर वाज टेलिंग दैट कि आप कुछ टिप्स बताओ कि कैसे बंदा स्वावलंबी बने, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कैसे शुरू करे, गांव में रूरल टूरिज्म का कॉन्सेप्ट कैसे शुरू करें. उन चीजों को मैंने अपने पीएचडी में लाने की कोशिश की. और व्यसन कुरुति मुक्त, व्यसन मीन्स the what is whatever extra is there, secret, youths are very much affected by all these things. So all the pollution वाला चीज जो उसको बिगाड़ रहा है. And kuriti means दहेज प्रथा, मृतक भोज, all these things should be removed. That will be called as आदर्श ग्राम. So उसका अगर बन जाएगा, ऑटोमेटिकली वो गांव लोग देखने आना चाहिए. अच्छा, इस गांव में कोई स्मोकिंग नहीं करता, इस गांव में कोई नशा नहीं करता. So this was the concept behind this rural Gram Tirth Yojana or Adarsh Gram Yojana, and my study was how this put an impact on sustainable development. So these things I'm not going to discuss. I will just tell you that how I did that. So yes, I took this as a my research design was I created a questionnaire that how much aware they are, and the existing models were taken from AWGP, All World Gayatri Parivar, and some of the existing model by government or some any private bodies, just like Punsari in Gujarat, Hubde Bazaar in Rajasthan. You might have heard and you have seen on Google or you have seen on YouTube. These are the villages which are existing model of rural tourism. वहां पर आज कोई नशा नहीं करता, वहां पर आज आज सब कुछ वहां पर सेल्फ सस्टेन्ड है, कोई वहां अलग से कोई वो लोग नहीं आते. So my model was based on the parameters, these 8 parameter: addiction free village, right, then cleanliness, then healthy village, then education, entrepreneurship, cooperative and supportive. So these things I did, and I found out that the villages which I took as a pilot study for my particular research, so they really turned into a means that is not completely ideal village, but yes, they are moving towards uh, in one parameter. I have taken 7 parameter, तो सातों पैरामीटर एक गांव में तो नहीं मिल रहा है, बट एक पैरामीटर एक गांव में मिल रहा है. जैसे कुछ गांव हैं जो बिल्कुल स्वस्थ गांव है, कुछ गांव हैं जो बिल्कुल स्वच्छ गांव है. आपको पता है बहुत सारे गांवों को अभी अवार्ड भी मिल चुका है भारत सरकार के द्वारा. So I took this, I developed this in Hindi because गांव के लोग इंग्लिश तो नहीं समझ पाते हैं, बट कुछ जो जहां पर बहुत अच्छा एजुकेशन वगैरह था वहां पर लोगों ने इंग्लिश में क्वेश्चन भरा, नहीं तो मैंने हिंदी में क्वेश्चन तैयार करके दीज आर सम ऑफ द स्नैपशॉट्स आई एम शोइंग यू. आई वेंट टू विलेज, आई टॉक टू द विलेजर्स, और फिर हमने वहां जाकर के पायलट स्टडी की कि उनके गांव में कोई मंदिर है क्या जो पुराने समय का है, क्या उसको हम डेवलप कर सकते हैं, क्या उसको हम टूरिज्म डेस्टिनेशन बना सकते हैं, क्या क्या रुकने के लिए वहां पर जो हम लोग आज बात करते हैं होम स्टे टूरिज्म की, जो उत्तराखंड में बहुत फेमस है, शिमला मना हिमाचल प्रदेश में बहुत फेमस है, जो होम स्टे का कॉन्सेप्ट है, क्या हम गांव के विलेजर्स को ऐसा डेवलप कर सकते हैं कि आपका अगर आपके चार चार रूम हैं एक गांव आपके घर में, और आपके बेटे तो शहर में रह रहे हैं, वहां जॉब कर रहे हैं, तो क्या आप उस 2 रूम को लेट कर सकते हैं. मतलब जैसे होटल्स में क्या होता है, हम लोग पे करते हैं एंड वी गेट द रूम्स एंड वी यूज द सर्विस, राइट. सिमिलरली कि आप जो खाना खाते हैं आप वही खाना खिलाइए, एक रूम उनको अलॉट कर दीजिए, आप जैसा सोते हैं गांव के परिवेश में नीचे सोते हैं या बेड पे सोते हैं, या प्राकृतिक रूप से जो भी है सुविधाएं वो हम उनको प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं, खटिया पे सोते हैं, यू आर सीइंग दिस मैट प्रोसेस. सो दिस थिंग्स कैन बी डेवलप्ड बाय अ विलेजर, कि वो लोग अपने 2 रूम में रह रहे हैं, 2 रूम खाली है, सो दैट कैन बी डेवलप्ड इनटू स्मॉल होम स्टे एंड ऑल, राइट. सो ये सब चीजें मैंने कोशिश की. फिर जैसे ये क्या कहते हैं पुराने ट्रेडिशनल स्टाइल का ड्रिंकिंग वाटर फैसिलिटी है, इन सब सब चीजों का बेनिफिट हमने देखा, और फिर हमने वो चीज इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए लोगों को मोटिवेट भी किया. सो नाउ जो सर ने कहा था कि सस्टेनेबल रूरल टूरिज्म के बारे में मुझे बताना है, तो आई एम जस्ट शेयरिंग आउट, आई हैव प्रिपेयर्ड अ पीपीटी, शॉर्ट पीपीटी फॉर दैट, कि सस्टेनेबल रूरल एग्री टूरिज्म होता क्या है और कैसे एक युवा
Sustainable practices in rural and agri-tourism. ये आपका use of eco-friendly accommodation, promotion of local handicraft and products, integration of renewable energy resources, sources, ये सारी चीजें आपने, I think there is some challenge with your internet connection, but we should get it soon. And ये जो आप slide दिखा रहे हैं, sustainable practices in rural and agri-tourism, इसमें you have talked about eco lodges. That means where people can stay, sustainable farm stays, and then off-grid retreats, integration of energy efficient technologies. Then you have also talked about promotion of local handicrafts and products, encouraging tourists to buy local craft and produce, supporting community-based enterprises. And then you have given integration of renewable energy sources, that is your solar and wind energy to power accommodations and facilities, reducing dependence on non-renewable resources. आपकी ये स्लाइड पहले वाली चली, अब इसकी अगली स्लाइड को आप लेकर चलिए, बिकॉज आई पर्सनली फील दैट you have some challenge with the internet connection of yours. अगर आप उसको इंटरनेट कनेक्शन को देख सकें तो अजय जी आप वापस आ सकते हैं, बिकॉज वी आर वेटिंग फॉर दैट. Meanwhile, by the time Dr. Ajay Bharadwaj comes, let us discuss a little bit more about it. Ki, you know, the G20 summit which took place in India recently, in the G20 summit, our what do you call Honorable Union Minister for Tourism, he emphasized and he told that we got to focus on rural tourism in India. That was something which he gave the discussion and the plan and everything to all of us during the first summit, which was held in Run of Kutch, I still recall. So there is a lot which is to be done. India still is rural. And when we talk about villages, when we talk about our beautiful villages, unke ecosystem ko sustain karna is really wonderful. Why should we disturb the ecosystem of villages? अगर विलेज की आइडेंटिटी ठीक से रह पाए, विलेज ठीक से इंटैक्ट रह पाए और लोगों को रोजगार वहीं मिल पाए, and whatever is the local produce, whatever is coming out in that particular area, if it is being utilized for the development of that particular area itself, then I think wonders can be done. Because basically, why the youth and why everybody is running towards metros and big cities and leaving their beautiful villages? Because we are not making them realize that you can be self-sufficient, you can generate everything not only for your own consumption, rather you can do wonders for the country also. Because people do not want to stay per choice. If given an opportunity, if I'm coming for a conference, if I'm coming for some convention or trade fair or exhibition, fine, I can stay in a hotel and I can be in the metro. But still, my heart would be people want to see real India, authentic India, wonderful India, rural India, village India. So, agri-tourism, rural tourism, nature tourism, green tourism, flora and fauna tourism, wildlife tourism, whatever we can talk about, all these are the integral part as far as, rural tourism is concerned. It's all up to us. How do we develop that? How do we take that? And how do we basically work in the direction that everything moves nicely and decent way and wonderful way? I think we got to take into consideration that. And with these words, I look forward for Ajay to come back and to be with us so that we can take the discussion forward. Ajay ji, are you there? Are you there, Ajay? Yes, you have come back. Let us work it out. Let us work it out. Yes, I think you're trying to log in. You're trying to join again. And we await your joining back. Wonderful. Do join us so that we can take the discussion forward as far as sustainable rural tourism deliberations are concerned. It does happen with the technology. Sometimes you have the challenges, you have the difficulty. Sometimes we are at certain places where we are traveling, and that's what we got to generate all those facilities at all the places so that everybody gets a benefit of it. Everybody gets a benefit, and that's what is rural economy being empowered in all perspectives. That is something very important which we have to see. Dr. Ajay, are you there? Dr. Ajay, are you there? Let us see if we can have you. I think he has a challenge of joining us. So, ladies and gentlemen, by the time he joins, let me share with you something very important. He mentioned about certain villages, he mentioned about the organization where he studied, and he mentioned that Gayatri Parivar and all world Gayatri Parivar, AWGP, is working in that direction. In a very polite, very humble way, let me share some very important information. Some of us might be aware of, some of us may not be aware of, because everybody goes to Delhi, Agra, Jaipur. When you go to Agra, you go to Taj Mahal, you go to Fatehpur Sikri, you go to nearby places, Red Fort, you go to Sound and Light Show, you go to Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. But there's a place called Diyal Bagh. And Diyal Bagh, when I talk about in totality, what is the meaning of Diyal Bagh? First of all, let's talk about it. It means the garden of merciful, the garden of merciful. Inferring the garden of the merciful is a locality in metropolitan Agra. And if you go to this particular place, you have got wonderful ecosystem which you can see where everything is self-sustained. You can see the website also, diyalbagh.org. They have got their own school system, their own college, their own university, which is a Diyalbagh deemed university. At the same time, they have got their own cows, they've got their own cattle, they've got their own fields, they've got their own cultivation. They grow everything at their own. Then thereafter, when you grow, you got to look after those crops, seasonal crops. Thereafter, all the followers of this particular organization, they go to the fields, they do voluntary service, and thereafter look at the amazing phenomena of this ecosystem that they thereafter, whatsoever is the produce, it is given at the most economical cost to cost basis. At whatsoever cost it is being produced, it is being provided. First of all, it is organic. Secondly, it has got a lot of emotions. आयुर्वेदा में कहते हैं ना, जैसा अन्न वैसा मन. और ये आप समझ लीजिए कि when you have that kind of a scenario and when you have that kind of a system, and then शिक्षा की प्रणाली की हम बातचीत करते हैं, Diyal Bagh Educational Institute. And I'm quite surprised when I carried out a case study over there. I was so surprised, pleasantly surprised. There is no television inside entire Diyal Bagh. When I go inside Vidyut Nagar, the complex over there is no television. And also, there is no motorbike, there is no car. Even the head of the organization also comes on bicycle, travels on bicycle. Inside the entire system, everything is moving in that ecosystem in such a way, it's a self-sustained society. And when you grow in the age, the biological age, chronological age, in Diyal Bagh, they are providing the tiffin. You can't imagine in 10 rupees you can get lunch, 10 rupees you can get dinner, you get the breakfast. I'm saying you name the product and services because they all are volunteers. They all are having self-sustaining development process ecosystem. Next time, whenever you people get an opportunity to go and see Taj Mahal, Sikandra, Red Fort, and other places, please go and visit Diyal Bagh. Study that particular ecosystem because that's what we try to understand. Now, Dr. Ajay Bharadwaj, you are back. If we can see, hello, Dr. Ajay. Dr. Ajay, can you hear me? Dr. Ajay, can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
Can you hear me, Dr. Ajay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, if you pass on that that particular, the PPT which you had prepared with a lot of efforts, I can show it from here also. If you have got a challenges of internet, you just text me on my WhatsApp your PPT which you are showing, and the only first slide had come so far. I can help you out if you have challenge. No, yes, this part you had shown.
Now it's moving.
Yes, now it's moving.
Sir.
Now it's moving. Please go ahead.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Fine, fine,
Otherwise,
fine. So
otherwise
I'm really
now,
sorry.
no,
I
no, no,
lost the
no worries.
connection of the Wi-Fi.
No
So
worries.
yes, I was.
If you have
Uh,
challenge again, if you have challenge again, my request would be please pass on the PPT to me. I will show it on your behalf from this side. No problems. Please go ahead.
okay,
Please go ahead.
okay, sir. Okay. So, we all know that what are the challenges we are facing in rural and agri-tourism. I was discussing with that. There is a deforestation also, there is a water pollution also, and there is a threat to the indigenous flora and fauna. So people are also aware also, but yes, we have threat also. But yes, we can endure some practices. Sir told me to share some practical things, that what are the practices we can do to promote and to sustain our rural and agri-tourism. So the first thing we can do is we can promote eco lodges, right? So, the places nowadays, definitely there are five-star hotel, seven-star hotel, but people are now choosing the lodges which are located in a eco setup, ecosystem, right? Which has a very natural setup and natural say, right? The sustainable farm stays, farm tourism is growing. That कि पूरे चारों तरफ से वहां पे नेचर में एकदम हट्स बने हो या घर बना हो जहां पर खुली हवा आती हो, ठीक है, एसी अवेलेबल नहीं भी है, बट स्टिल देयर इज अ कूल टेम्परेचर. So these things we can promote, right? And off grid retreats, nowadays there is a trend of off grid retreats. Off grid retreats क्या होते हैं? जो एकदम ऑफ लोकेशन पे होते हैं, जहां पर चीजें अवेलेबल नहीं होती हैं, बहुत ज्यादा सुविधाएं नहीं होती हैं, बट दैट प्लेस रियली गिव्स यू अ फीलिंग ऑफ बीइंग इन अ नेचर, बीइंग इन इकोसिस्टम, द ट्रू इकोसिस्टम. क्योंकि शहर में तो बहुत सारे ब्रिजेस, बहुत सारी सुविधाएं हैं. सो दिस थिंग्स वी कैन प्रमोट, एंड दैट्स व्हाई in nowadays in the buffet system also, where you go to some party and all, people are now offering the biodegradable plates, right? जो कि कंज्यूम भी हो जाए, और अगर हम उसको वेस्ट फेंके भी तो वो डिकम्पोज हो जाए. So this is the way how we can promote sustainability in our environment. We can integrate the energy efficient technology. Many of the hotels or the resorts which are built in rural and agri tourism setup, they are using solar light system or the gobar gas plant system. I will give you the example also in the coming slides. Then I will show you that how these things are working in Uttarakhand. In Uttarakhand, many places at the top hill situation, especially in Kumaon and in Almora side, you can get these things very common. And if you go to Shimla, शिमला में कभी पंखा लोग नहीं चलाते, वहां सालों पर ठंड रहती है. व्हाट दे यूज समटाइम्स सोलर एनर्जी. सबके घरों के ऊपर सोलर प्लेट्स लगे हुए हैं. व्हाई? बिकॉज दिस इज एनर्जी एफिशिएंट टेक्नोलॉजी दे आर यूजिंग to light that, to for the electricity purpose and all, right? Then we can promote local handicrafts and products, whatever be local से vocal for local, जो हमारे आदरणीय आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी इंडिया में ये चीज कहा है. सो वो चीज लोकल कम्युनिटी को बहुत बेनिफिट करेगी, और ये सब प्रैक्टिसेस हम कर सकते हैं. जो चीज हम 5 स्टार होटल में खाने की अपेक्षा जो जो लोकल फूड्स हैं हम उनको ट्राई करते हैं, और आजकल के टूरिस्ट उनको ये पसंद आता है. सो कि इट इज प्रिपेयर्ड इन द लोकल सेटअप. हाँ, दैट शुड बी हाइजीन, दैट शुड बी वेल ट्रेन. उसके लिए ट्रेनिंग चल रही है. रूरल टूरिज्म डेवलपमेंट इंडिया का जो गवर्नमेंट का पोर्टल है, जो स्पेशल साइट है, उस पर वो ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम भी चलाती हैं और सारी काम करती हैं, है ना. फिर कम्युनिटी बेस्ड एंटरप्राइज को वो करना, हेल्प करना, मदद करना. आई विल शो यू, I will give you the link of also one video you can watch later on, how that Hivde Bazaar Gaon in Maharashtra and in Gujarat, they are working on this particular model. Then we can have integration of renewable energy sources, जो मैंने just अभी बताया, solar energy, wind energy, right? This will reduce dependence on non renewable sources. अभी क्या कहते हैं, गूगल डेटा भी कहता है कि आने वाले समय में पेट्रोल खत्म हो जाएगा, डीजल खत्म हो जाएगा. सो हमें कुछ ऐसा सस्टेनेबल एनर्जी सिस्टम पे डिपेंडेंट होना पड़ेगा. सो नाउ ऑन द स्क्रीन यू कैन सी the various case studies, right, where you can get the example. I have not time to compile all the videos, but you can watch. just ये वाली चीज आप गूगल पे करके या यूट्यूब पे करके आप देखना. So you will get that out of many villages in India which have been rewarded with the best rural tourism village, गवर्नमेंट ने एक स्कीम चालू किया है, बेस्ट रूरल टूरिज्म विलेज अवार्ड देने का हर ईयर, हर 6 मंथ पे। तो उनमें से केरला में एक अच्छा बहुत मॉडल केस स्टडी का वहां केस स्टडी को हम लोग कर सकते हैं कि ज्यादा केरला
आपका इंटरनेट तकलीफ दे रहा है, प्लीज गो अहेड। हाँ,
because education rate is very high in Kerala, in South India, so they focus. Wi-Fi disconnected. I was very known, but yeah, Geo hai. I don't know. Trying my level best to give you later on. People are now serving their things are being promoted very naturally. They serve in banana leaf. They promote their spa. They promote their health tourism things, because we know for health tourism also, the for nature tourism or for eco tourism, Kerala is the best place in all over India. So initiatives being taken by villages, that they take you to the village walk, they take you to the organic farm, they make the stays in the organic farm. पूरे चारों तरफ farm है, वहां पे खेती लगी हुई है, but they have built a stay for a stay that you can experience, you can get the benefit in health also, natural health. Tourism को भी promote कर रहा है, rural tourism को भी promote कर रहा है. So they have lot of projects also. Government is also very supportive there to promote health tourism and Ayurveda tourism, and they have that the Ayurveda tourism, the spa, the yoga tourism, the all the natural treatments tourism. They have built that in a rural setup, so that being promoted. So these initiatives can be taken by anyone, those who have knowledge, those who have a skill regarding they can open this in their particular village setup also, right? So another case study comes from Sikkim. So they have the organic farm tourism, right? So they take the group of tourists to particular organic farming. They indulge the tourist in the farming activities. उनको वो बोलते हैं कि आप बीज छिड़को, आप ये मशीन चलाओ. They experience the real village culture. So these things can be done. जो लोग भी गांव में रहते हैं, जो लोग गांव में हैं, जिनके पास जमीन है, अगर गांव में नहीं भी रहते हैं, अगर आपके पास अच्छी जमीन है, so you can build this particular setups and you can be an entrepreneur and a job creator like this, right? You can in Sikkim, if you go to the villages of Darjeeling and Siliguri side, so that places, you are, if you are a rural tourism tourist, so they will make you indulge in tea plucking. चाय तोड़ने में, चाय पत्तियां तोड़ने में वो आपको लगाएंगे, फार्मिंग प्रैक्टिसेस में लगाएंगे, आपको इको फ्रेंडली फार्म स्टे में लगाएंगे. एंड दिस ऑल प्रमोट्स rural tourism, and they definitely promote the economical development. They also contribute in the economic development of the rural community, right? Third case study comes from Maharashtra. There is a homestay program they have started in the rural areas, where the people, suppose that this is my home, I'm living in this room, that room is vacant, so whatever I will eat, मतलब मेरी फैमिली मेरे लिए तो कुक करेंगी, तो उन्होंने 2 लोग के लिए और कुक कर दिया, 2 लोगों को ठहरा दिया. They will pay you for that, but they will get the real setup and they will get that feeling. वो इंटर कल्चरल एक्सचेंज भी होगा और ऑथेंटिक एक्सपीरियंस उनको विलेज लाइफ का मिलेगा. मैंने बताया आपको हिवड़े बाजार का एग्जांपल, बहुत सारे गांव हैं. ट्रैवलर्स पार्टिसिपेट इन ट्रेडिशनल फेस्टिवल, वहां का जो लोकल फेस्टिवल है, लोकल ड्रेस है ना, लाइवलीहुड, जो होस्ट फैमिलीज जो आपको होस्ट करेंगे, they will also enjoy. You will learn a lot from them, and definitely the tourists who are there, they will also teach them. So this will approach community bonding, and it will help in cultural exchange too, right? So in the next slide you can see, just a minute.
Yeah, it is next. Yes, it has come. Kerala. That's what I was requesting you.
So
if
the
you
next
wish. Himachal.
next case study
Yes.
comes from Himachal Pradesh. There is a concept of apple orchard. सबसे ज्यादा एप्पल अगर कहीं होता है तो आपके हिमाचल के सेब आपको आप जाते भी होंगे कुल्लू मनाली शिमला घूमने, तो आप देखते हो वहाँ पे एप्पल के बागान है. So they have now developed, Himachal Pradesh government tourism ministry supporting now. They have orchard farms there, and they have built the cottages in the orchard farms कि लोग खुद वहां से अपने हाथ से वो एप्पल तोड़ के खाएं, या एप्पल कैसे उगाया जा रहा है वो चीज वहां पर देखें. दे गेट द चांस टू एक्सपीरियंस. सिर्फ वो ट्रैकिंग करने या स्लोइंग करने एक्टिविटीज में पार्टिसिपेट ना करे वो, बल्कि वो ये चीज करे. सो दिस आर मेकिंग
He has shown Himachal Pradesh to all of us. I think there is a challenge on the internet connection. No worries. He's talking about Himachal Pradesh apple orchard tourism. Your Dr. Ajay, your internet is giving a lot of problem. Next is the Rajasthan Heritage Agri-Tourism. He has put in a lot of efforts. I want that he should flip through these slides, and we will just note down. No worries. Please go ahead to the next slide. Your internet is giving a lot of difficulty. I don't want people should be deprived of your hard work. Go to the next slide. Slide number 6.
And
Dr. Ajay, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. There is a challenge. You kindly just flip through these slides. Just show the slide number 6. We were to come on slide number 6. He has put in a lot of efforts. We wish to appreciate his efforts, and let us see what best we can do. He is trying to join again, and we had come up to slide number 6, and he is trying to. आप अगर आप अपना वीडियो ऑफ कर दें और सिर्फ पीपीटी दिखाएं तो आपकी बैंडविड्थ उस पर चली जाएगी. आप सिर्फ अपना ऑडियो यूज कीजिए, अपना वीडियो मत यूज कीजिए, और पीपीटी पर आ जाइए. पीपीटी पर आ जाइए. आप अपना वीडियो मत यूज कीजिए. आप अपना पीपीटी, आप अपना वीडियो मत यूज कीजिए. You just show the PPT and explain. Yes, you will get the bandwidth now. Please come to slide number 6, because that much bandwidth will go to your PPT site.
Okay, so am I audible to all of you now? Hello?
Slide number 6. No, it has not started as
Hello?
yet. Please go to slide number 6. Slide number 6. No, this has come.
Sir.
Slide number 6. Yes. Come to slide number 6. He is talking about challenges in rural and agri-tourism, environmental impact and biodiversity concerns, and balancing tourism growth with preserving local culture. Come to slide number 7. Come to slide number 7. That is 6. Come to 7. Come to 7. Yes, it is a case study of India. No, this you have already shown. This you have shown. This you have shown. Come to 9. Come to 9. Next. Come to slide number 9. If you can hear me, case study. You are going back. Come to 9. 9. Come to 9.
Sir, it is ninth. It is ninth only, ninth slide.
Okay. If it is slide number 9, economic benefits for local communities, conservation of natural. Now it has again moved. Now you have come to slide number 8. Dr. Ajay, if you pass on the PPT this side, then I can show on your behalf and you can explain.
सर द प्रॉब्लम इज दैट इंटरनेट वो जा भी नहीं रहा है सर, वो मैंने व्हाट्सएप पे भेजने की कोशिश की है.
Okay, okay. So global case studies you are showing for the Italy and you are showing Costa Rica. Costa Rica, Venezuela side, if we come, that is the Latin America he is showing. Yes. Let's go to the next slide because before we lose signal, let's go to the next slide. Then he is talking about New Zealand, Japan, Bhutan, and that also he has taken global rural tourism, some of the case studies. Wonderful. Go to the next one, please. Engaging tourists responsibly, and that is how you should engage them. So encouraging responsible behavior among tourists and educating visitors about the importance of sustainability. That's what he's talking. Go to the next one, please. Future trends, emerging trends in sustainable rural and agri-tourism and opportunities for growth and innovation. Great efforts. Go to the next one. Government initiatives. He is talking about overview of the government policies supporting sustainable tourism.
So these are the government initiatives being taken, right? The government is providing nowadays incentives to the business eco-friendly practices. The groups or the who are now coming friendly practices is promoting that by giving incentives. They are promoting, they are giving you loan, give you support system, and they are making you awarded in the Mila, or still you can get enough to move for eco-friendly practices, right? So the next is that regulatory measures has been taken to meet the sustainability standards, right? And the government is also giving incentives to the business adopting eco-friendly practices in a way that they gave you reliance tax, they give grant, they give you cities to further initiate what is thing just tourism program schemes.
Your voice is breaking, Doctor Ajay. Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking. Just flip through these slides. Just flip through these slides because you have done a lot of hard work. Come to next slide. Slide number 14. Come to next slide if you can. Slide number 14. We are stuck on 13 only. Come to 14 if you can. No, I think you are having a challenge. Anyway, you have put in so much of efforts and you have done a good work. What we will do is that you can send this PPT later to us and we will show it separately on your behalf to our audience because all the efforts what you have put in, if you can go to slide number 14, it would be all right. It would be nice. You are still stuck on 13 only. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking about rural tourism. I think he has got a challenge. So my sincere apologies because technical glitches are there. the place where he has got internet challenges. So what India first needs is we got to send proper bandwidth to our villages, because then only whatever is available to people in cities, it would be made available to people in rural areas as well. So with these words, let us close today's session. I'll try and obtain PPT from him later, and we'll show you some other day the hard work which he has put in for all of us. God bless. Thank you very much. And thanks for joining us today. Look forward to meeting you tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. Namaskar. Jai Hind.